What's good, YouTube? Your boy BOSSCO back again with another video, and today we talking about the Jordan Zion 2. This is the shoe that Zion wore during the 2022-2023 NBA season. About 20 silhouettes out there to choose from, and we're going to talk about each and every one of them. I want to know your thoughts and opinions of them. Which ones you guys like? Which ones you guys hate? Zions come with a mixture of materials like leather, mesh, and canvas. They all have that new Air Zoom forefoot strap along with a new strobel unit, which is pretty dope. These shoes are comfortable as well. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these Zion 2s. Let's go. First up, we got the Jordan Zion 2 Voodoo, which dropped June 22nd for a retail price of $140. This was honestly one of their best shoes and great option to come out the gate with as far as, the hype and everything that went with this shoe. Flak, muslin, sesame, Fiona brown, oil green, and moon fossil was the color scheme. This did come with a mix of canvas and suede materials with the pony hair tongues. Other details included that Voodoo skull logo on the heels, which is really dope. You had the stitching that also stood out on the shoe, and the color combination was just perfect for the summertime. These came with a cream midsole and a gum outsole. These also had a decorative theme going on with the insoles. They came in special packaging with extra laces, and there was also a Jordan 1 low that kind of came in a pack with this shoe. They didn't release together, but they released at the same time, and that Jordan Zion 1 is definitely going for big bucks right now. Let me know what you guys think about the Voodoo Zion 2. Next up, we got the Jordan Zion 2 Hope Diamond that dropped June 30th for a retail price of $120. You can never go wrong. This Hope Diamond came with a white base with a multicolored design on the tongues, ankle, and the heel areas. Other details include the 90s inspired Zoom Air forefoot straps, Zion's signature logo on the tongues, along with his initials carved into the toe on the outsole, which is a unique touch to the shoe. I've tried these on and they're definitely comfortable, and I like how they feel on the ground as well as the court. I feel that this was more of a subtle colorway that people gravitated to because of the white base and the character going on the heels and ankle collar. I think these were very unique. From a 1 to 10 scale, I would rate those probably a solid 7. Next up, we have the Dynamic Turquoise, which dropped July 6, 2022 for a retail price of $120. These came in white, volt, black, and dynamic turquoise, also constructed with a mix of leather and mesh materials. In my opinion, this Dynamic Turquoise was a pretty solid colorway. If I had to put a rating on it from a 1 to 10 scale, I would give it a solid 6.5, 7 as well. I do like that it has a majority white, but I wish there was a little bit more color on the upper to kind of hit off with the accents like that turquoise, maybe get something on the strap. Just something else I think should have been done to make this even better in my opinion. But overall, rate this one in the comments and let me know what you guys think about the Dynamic Turquoise. This next Zion 2 was a special one, representing 25 years in China. Very unique colorway, and it retail also for $120. These come in a crystal inspiration featuring a holographic detailing on the overlays and heels. You have Zion branding on the tongue and insoles, a celebrated branding on the heels, which is a pretty unique situation. The packaging is even different, and it does come with extra lacing. Did you get your hands on these? They were pretty exclusive. The 25 years in China Zion 2. Rate this from a 1 to 10. If I had to rate it, I would give this one a solid 8.5, 9, but I would love to see what it looks like in hand. The images, the shoe looks on point, and I feel like the holographic feature is definitely a hit or miss, but you would have to see it in person to see if it really hits on the shoe or not. If you have them in hand, give us the feedback, of course, in the comments below. Next Zion we're going to talk about dropped September 7th of 2022, also retailing for $120. Like most Zions, these feature the mix of leather and mesh materials featuring a black and white color blocking. Other highlights was the multicolor squiggly scribbles on the overlays and mid-foot strap, which I thought was pretty unique. It actually matched the box. Personal branding on the tongues and insoles, of course, like he always has. The strobel unit on the midsole. This shoe is very unique. I like the color combination. Even though this here features the white and black color blocking, I do like this one a little bit more than the Dynamic Turquoise or the Diamond Hope, because the white is part of the back of the shoe and the toe box and front part of the shoe has more of the character and color. Let me know if you guys agree with that or not. What do you guys think about this colorway? And if I had to rate this one, I would give this one a solid 8.5. This next Zion 2 is honestly one of my favorites. It dropped September 21st for the retail of $120. The Hyper Royal colorway was definitely one of a kind in my opinion. opinion. Do come in a Hyper World white and black color scheme, and it does feature the mix of textile materials along with the cracked elephant print. I do like that overlay on the shoe. The color combination to me is what really got me. That blue on the upper is just one of a kind, and like I said, it's one of the best colorways of the Zion 2 in my opinion. If I had to rate this one from a 1 to 10, I would give this one a solid 9, 9.5, maybe even a 10 on a good day. To be honest, after that Hyper World drop, I believe they turned up the heat with the releases of the Zion 2s. These dropped October 19th for a retail price of $130. This was called the Hyper Crimson. As you can see, it has the Hyper Crimson base with the light blue accents and rubber outsole. It came constructed with a mix of leather, patent leather, and mesh materials, which I'm a fan of. Everything else about the shoe, all the detailing is pretty much the same except for the materials used and the color scheme. 1 to 10 scale, let me know what you guys think about this. And I think this is one of his more flashy creative colorways that have dropped. I would give this one a solid 8.5, 9 also. It was definitely a unique colorway, and I was very surprised to see them at the outlets so heavy, but it is a clean colorway and you might be able to find it now for a discount. But hey, that's pretty much every shoe. Next up, we got the Zion 2 Pelicans, which dropped November 17th for that retail of $120. Like most Zions, they come with a mix of materials. These feature the leather and mesh upper dressed in coconut, while the tongues, inner booty, strap, and heels each feature red and navy accents, which I think are pretty dope. I do like how one shoe has the Jordan logo and the other one has Zion Williams initials, which is very unique. I like this colorway and it stands out to me compared to most. From a 1 to 10, I have to give it a solid 8. Next Zion 2 we're going to talk about is the red suede, which dropped February 14th, Valentine's Day, for a retail of $120. I thought these were much better by the images, but when I see them in person, I felt like the suede was just a little bit ashy, but the shoe itself was definitely fire, coming in the red and black upper with the constructed mix of textile mesh and suede materials, personal branding on the tongue, insoles with the carved initials with that gum outsole. From a 1 to 10 scale, in person, I gave these about a 7.5, 8, but let me know what you guys think about them in the comments below. Next up, we got a Jordan Zion 2 Barley Green that dropped during the spring of 2023 for a retail price of 120 bucks. This right here gave me spring summertime vibes, almost gave me a tennis court vibe too, like if you wanted to wear these on a tennis court or the ocean, the beach. Definitely spring vibes with these shoes. These Zion 2s came in Barley Green, Flash Crimson, Volt, and Mint Foam as the color scheme, constructed with a mix of leather and mesh. I mean, I should just stop saying that because every one of them, or most of them, came with a mix of leather and mesh materials with the same branding and logos all over the shoe. It's really about the colorways and the materials, which they did use some mesh and suede on this one. I do like the color combination. From a 1 to 10 scale, I give it a solid 7.5, 8. Probably a solid 8. Let me know what you got. Next up, we got the Zion 2 Naruto versus Suzuki, which dropped February 28th for a retail price of $130. These come in a black, laser blue, yellow strike, dark purple dust, and metallic silver color scheme. The characters' colors represented on these shoes are pretty dope. I like how they have one shoe pretty much with the yellow and the other one with the blue. You can't go wrong with that. 1 to 10 scale, I would give these a solid 9, maybe a 10, just for the creativity with a special box as well. Did you get your hands on it? And let me know what your overall opinion is on this Zion 2 in the comments below. Initially, when they dropped, they were a hot commodity going over retail, but now because everything has changed a lot drastically, you can pick up a pair for about 100 or less. So if you have missed out, this is now your chance to go ahead and pick up a pair of this Zion 2, which is actually pretty dope. Next up, we got the Jordan Zion 2 Black Cement, which dropped October 25th for a retail price of 120 bucks, coming in the black, light smoke gray, and siren red color scheme. You cannot go wrong with that. These Zion 2s feature a black nubuck suede upper matched with a speckled pattern on the midsole, paying homage to the Jordan 4 Black Cement. I do like this color combination. I've tried these on. They look great on feet. Let me know if this is a colorway that you like. Do feature an aged look with an off-white outsole, and I do really like the siren red pops on the heel, the tongue, and the outsole of the shoe. This Zion 2 is definitely one of the best colorways, and if I had to rate it from a 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this one a solid 9. I really like that black upper with just the hints of that gray and the siren red popping on the shoe. Really makes this one stand out a little bit more to me, but I love your feedback in the comments below. This next Zion 2 is very dope, unique. I like the color combination. This is definitely a 10 out of 10. I was not fortunate to see this in person. Let me know if you guys own this one. Retailing for 130 bucks. black, light menta, and photon dust was the color scheme. One of the best color combinations out there for the Zion 2 in my opinion. The colorway is on point. It does have the suede and mesh materials. You have the cement print on the straps. Colorful shoe, but very subtle at the same time. You have the iridescent splash on the toe box as well as around the heel collar. Let me know if you guys are a fan of this and what do you rate this from a 1 to 10 scale. Hopefully at some point I can get my hands on it. Honestly, one of the best colorways by far in my opinion, but you guys let me know if you agree. Next up, we got the metallic gold Zion 2 coming in white, metallic gold, and vast gray as the color scheme. These also retail for 120 bucks. I do like the gold accents on the heel and tongue like you see on most Zions. The accents of the shoe is really on point. All white shoe, can't go wrong with that. Would look good on the court or summertime rocking them with some shorts. Let me know what this Zion 2 does for you. Where does it rank from a 1 to 10 and where does it fall in line with all the other ones? If I had to rate this one because it's pretty much a plain Janer, I give this one a solid 7 in my personal opinion. Next Zion 2 was one of the more later colorways that's added. This one is very unique. It has that white base with this suede overlay, and with the suede overlay, as you can see, it has the camo print. You can never go wrong with that. These shoes are comfortable. If you ever tried on some Zions, if you haven't tried on some Zions, you definitely should. They feel good for walking around casually. They have good support around your ankle and Achilles, and I have had an Achilles issue before, so this is right up my alley. The color combination is not bad. Photon dust and flash crimson. You can't go wrong with the color scheme. The black laces sit just right. From a 1 to 10 scale, I would have to give this one a solid 7. Let me know what you guys think about this colorway in the comments below. The next Zion we're going to talk about is the Full Moon, which dropped May 30th for a retail price of $130. These Zion 2s come in Celestial Gold, Crimson Tint, Alley Blaster, and Topaz Gold as a color scheme. $130 was the retail, so $10 more than normal. The color scheme is on point and the materials are really good. It comes with a mixture of suede and canvas, which is a little bit different using the canvas on this one. The stitching is on point as well. This is definitely one of the more unique colorways. I don't know if it's a top 5 or top 3 colorway for me, but if I had to rate this from a 1 to 10 scale, I'd give it a solid 7.5, 8. Want to be generous and give it an 8. Once I seen these in hand, I was impressed, but I don't know, something about the colorway is not hitting home for me. Let me know what you guys think about these, of course, in the comments below. Next, I want to talk about the Zion 2 Fossil colorway, which was pretty unique because it came with a special keychain that has Zion's logo on it. The color combination wasn't bad. The leather and the cracked suede on there, of course, is never a bad combination. 1 to 10 scale, I would give these ones a solid 8. I love the color tone, and the quality, of course, on the Zion was on point as well. This Zion 2 Last Dance came in Fossil, Cell, Team Gold, and University Red as a color scheme. It also retailed for 120 bucks and dropped October 27th. This was definitely one of the Zions that I did not see around that often, but the colorway was definitely on point and it did have a little buzz when it dropped. But let me know if this is one that you added to your collection or was this an easy pass. Rate this one from a 1 to 10 in the comments below. This next Zion 2 is one that I actually tried on in the Nike outlets. I do like this color combination. I like how it feels on feet. This is the black and metallic gold colorway. I love the black suede. You have the mesh materials on the upper. The white midsole for the shoe just hits the color blocking perfectly, and the gold accents is just laid on the shoe on the right spot. Now this Zion 2 is honestly one of my favorite colorways that have released out of all colorways that dropped. If I had to make a top 3 or top 5, this is definitely in there for me. Something about the subtleness of the color scheme, the black suede, and that new buck. You got the mesh and the white midsole. You can't go wrong with this. I have to give this one a 10 in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. And besides that Zion, I think this one right here gives that one a run for its money. It might be a first or a second, I'm not sure. You let me know which order you would put it in, man. This is the Raptors colorway of the Zion 2. You got that purple suede, black suede, mesh. You can't go wrong with this color combination. It's just on point. I never got a chance to see these in person. The resale is not too crazy, but I feel like this might be the best colorway between the black metallic gold, which we just saw, and this one. It's 1 and 2, 1A, 1B. Let me know what you guys think. I'd have to say this is one of those Zions that held its value, held its resale market. For a size 13, it's definitely like 160, 175. So there is a little uptick on the resale for this shoe, but I definitely might grab it sooner than later. So we got about 19 to 20 silhouettes of this Jordan Zion 2 with a lot of banging colorways, and I would love to know what your top 3 or your top 5 colorways are of the Zion 2. Which ones do you guys own? Which one do you guys feel is trash? Give me your feedback in the comment section below. Like I said, about 19 different colorways of the Zion 2, 20 altogether if you count the Jordan Zion 1 as far as his whole second generation collection. And if I had to go ahead and pick my top 3, it has to be the Jordan Zion 2 out of this world. That purple one is just fire and one of a kind, I have to say so myself. Next, I probably have to go with the black and metallic gold. That one is just magnifique, superb. And last but not least, this colorway is just one of a kind. Better Place colorway is just one of a kind. That's why I had to make my top 3. But like I said, let me know what your top 3 Zion 2s are. Do you have a top 3? And what is the shoe rank among all the basketball shoes that you hooped in for this generation of sneakers? Give me your thoughts, of course, in the comment section below. Hit that like button, share the video so more people can check out this channel. And like I said before, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day wherever you are in the universe. Deuces.